Timur or Tamerlane. April 9, 1336, 17 to 19 February 1405. Was a Turco-Mongol conqueror who founded the Timurid Empire in and around modern-day Afghanistan, Iran, and Central Asia, becoming the first ruler of the Timurid dynasty. An undefeated commander, he is widely regarded as one of the greatest military leaders and tacticians in history, as well as one of the most brutal. Timur is also considered a great patron of art and architecture as he interacted with intellectuals such as Ibn Khaldun, Hafez, and Hafiz-i Abru, and his reign introduced the Timurid Renaissance. Born into the Barlas Confederation in Transoxiana, in modern-day Uzbekistan, on April 9, 1336, Timur gained control of the western Chagatai Khanate by 1370. From that base, he led military campaigns across western, south, and central Asia, the Caucasus, and southern Russia, defeating in the process the Khans of the Golden Horde, the Mamluks of Egypt and Syria, the emerging Ottoman Empire, and the late Delhi Sultanate of India, and emerging as the most powerful ruler in the Muslim world. From these conquests, he founded the Timurid Empire, which fragmented shortly after his death. Timur was the last of the great nomadic conquerors of the Eurasian steppe, and his empire set the stage for the rise of the more structured and lasting Islamic gunpowder empires in the 16th and 17th centuries. Timur was of both Turkic and Mongol descent, and, while probably not a direct descendant on either side, he shared a common ancestor with Genghis Khan on his father's side, though some authors have suggested his mother may have been a descendant of the Khan. He clearly sought to invoke the legacy of Genghis Khan's conquests during his lifetime. Timur envisioned the restoration of the Mongol Empire and, according to Gerard Calliand, saw himself as Genghis Khan's heir. According to Beatrice Forbes Mans, in his formal correspondence, Timur continued throughout his life to portray himself as the restorer of Chinggisid rights. He justified his Iranian, Mamluk, and Ottoman campaigns as a reimposition of legitimate Mongol control over lands taken by usurpers. To legitimize his conquests, Timur relied on Islamic symbols and language, referring to himself as the Sword of Islam. He was a patron of educational and religious institutions. He converted nearly all the Borgigian leaders to Islam during his lifetime. Timur decisively defeated the Christian Knights Hospitaller at the siege of Smyrna, styling himself a Ghazi. By the end of his reign, Timur had gained complete control over all the remnants of the Chagatai Khanate, the Ilkhanate, and the Golden Horde, and had even attempted to restore the Yuan dynasty in China. Timur's armies were inclusively multi-ethnic and were feared throughout Asia, Africa, and Europe, sizable parts of which his campaigns laid waste. Of all the areas he conquered, Khwarezm suffered the most from his expeditions, as it rose several times against him. Timur was the grandfather of the Timurid Sultan, astronomer and mathematician Ulugh Beg, who ruled Central Asia from 1411 to 1449, and the great-great-great-grandfather of Babur, 1483 to 1530, founder of the Mughal Empire, which then ruled almost all of the Indian subcontinent.